So, today we're going to dive into a debate that is thousands of years old, but honestly, it feels like it could have been written this morning. We're going to find it inside this ancient poem, Psalm 11, and it gets right to the heart of a huge dilemma that, well, we all face. And this is the central question the poem just forces you to wrestle with. I mean, think about it. When everything you count on, the very foundations of your world, seem to be cracking and falling apart, what are you supposed to do? What's the right move?
Well, the first answer you get in this poem, it is blunt, it's urgent, and it is absolutely dripping with panic. It says, get out, run for the hills, save yourself while you still can.
Now, this advice, this warning to get out of Dodge, it comes from what you could call a voice of fear. It's your friends, right? Your counselors, the people who look at the terrifying threat looming and believe that escape is really the only rational choice.
But right away, like immediately, the main speaker of the poem hits back with a totally different take. This is the voice of faith, and its response isn't to run from the danger, but to run to a source of strength. And that right there, that's the core conflict of this entire psalm. Do you flee or do you take refuge?
Okay, so to really get this debate, we have to give the voice of fear a fair hearing. I mean, why are they so convinced that running is the only answer? Let's take a look at the evidence they're pointing to.
And their first point is a big one. This isn't some what-if scenario. It's not a future problem. The danger is active. The attack is already happening right now. And wow, the imagery the poem uses here is just so vivid. You see, this isn't an open battle. It's a treacherous ambush. The threat is hidden, it's calculated, and it is specifically targeting the innocent, the upright in heart. This language just creates this powerful feeling of immediate personal danger.
And this all builds to the knockout punch for the argument for fear. It's a question of absolute despair that feels like it could be pulled from today's headlines, right? If the systems, the laws, the moral structures holding everything together are gone, what can one good person possibly do? The question itself implies the answer is, well, nothing.
But just when you think it's all over, that despair has won, the poem does this incredible pivot. It's a total game changer. The voice of faith doesn't try to argue the facts on the ground. Instead, it just completely changes the camera angle, lifting our eyes from the chaos on Earth to a whole different reality.
So check out this contrast. It's amazing. From the earthly view, yeah, everything is falling apart. The foundations are rubble. But from the heavenly view, the Lord is in his holy temple. On earth, you've got wicked people acting from the shadows, but up there, the Lord is on his throne in plain sight. It suggests that while chaos might seem to be winning, a higher divine order is still very much in place. And this is so important. This heavenly authority isn't just passive, just sitting back and watching the show. No way. The poem describes this active three-step process. First, awareness. He sees everything. He observes everyone. Second, discernment. He tests. His eyes examine them. He knows what's really going on. And third, there's a moral verdict. He hates wickedness and violence with a passion. This is an active, engaged presence.
So we've heard both sides, the argument for fear and the argument for faith. The psalm doesn't just leave us hanging there in the middle of the debate. It moves toward a final, decisive verdict, describing the ultimate outcome for both the wicked and the righteous.
And whoa, the final picture it paints, the contrast is just night and day. The fate of the wicked is described with this terrifying elemental fury. We're talking fiery coals, burning sulfur, a scorching wind. But the fate of the upright? It's something else entirely. It's one of profound intimacy and relationship. They will see his face. And that brings us right back around to where we started, to that opening declaration of faith. In the Lord, I take refuge. See, now we can understand this isn't about denying the danger. It's about finding a place of ultimate safety within the danger itself. A shelter that isn't a physical mountain, but a divine reality. So in the end, this ancient poem leaves us with a really provocative thought. It suggests that the greatest shelter from the chaos of a crumbling world might not be an escape plan at all, but a radical shift in what you see and where you place your trust. And it asks us to consider, what is our ultimate refuge?